He is a Super Bowl champion from the Green Bay Packers season of Super Bowl 45. He is also one of our favorites at NFL Network. He is James Jones. How are you, James?
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I am good. So the Packers season, here lies the 2019 Packers. What do you say about this team?
I mean, obviously, the goal is to win the Super Bowl every year. But when you just look back on it and you see a rookie head coach first time, brought in a new offense, and you look at all the good things that came out of this season. I mean, defense played their tails off. I mean, not the last game, but all the season they played their tails off. Very good pieces to build around. You got everything you want to build around on the offensive end with Aaron Rodgers, young running back, and Aaron Jones, big-time receiver, and Devontae Adams. So the good thing is they got a taste of it, not Aaron Rodgers, but he's been having a taste of it. But, Matt LaFleur got a taste of it his first time as a head coach to be in the NFC Championship. But I think a lot of positives, come out of this season. But at the end of the day, I mean, the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl, and they fell short. So I know they're going to think about this for a long time.
So what happened in the NFC Championship game, James? Best of your knowledge and your analysis here. What happened to this team?
Well, I tell people all the time, Rich, Shanahan and that Niners offense, if you cannot stop the run, you have no chance of beating the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, they have a big-time defense. We all know they can rush 4 people, drop 7, still be able to get pressure on the quarterback. That's every defensive coordinator's dream, to be able to have a defense like that where you can drop 7, don't even have to blitz any guys, and you still get pressure consistently every down. But when you cannot stop the run and you continue to eat up the clock and you run the ball up and down the field. I mean, they had 180 yards rushing in the first half, and the Packers are in a run defense, and we still could not stop the run. And if you're able to do that, I mean, you have no chance. I mean, and we all know Aaron Rodgers is special, Devontae is special, but we all knew they weren't going to come here and score 40. And when the Niners are limited in the possessions as well, and running the ball and finishing with touchdowns, I mean, they're going to be tough to beat.
James Jones, NFL Network and Super Bowl champion with the Packers right here on the Rich Eisen Show and the Honda Insider Report. I'm going to bounce off some, if you will, I wouldn't say it's conventional, but I don't know how wise the conventional wisdom is here. But there's some statements that I want to throw out there that have been thrown out there about the Packers, and certainly after the NFC Championship game, and I want to see if you agree or disagree with them. The first one, I guess, to react to is that Mike Pettin and the defense, the way that they got gashed by San Francisco, requires a change on that side of the football. Your thoughts?
Oh, man. I mean, I hate overreacting off of one game, because if you look at what the defense did this year, they played their tails off, man, and they're truly the reason why the Packers really had the record they have, because the offense was up and down all season, and the defense kept them in ball games, whether it was with turnovers, with sacks, and things like that. And I feel like they played their tails off. I feel like if you add a couple other pieces to the defense, another big-time linebacker, some more speed, on the defensive side of the ball, I feel like Pettin is the right guy for the job and can get it done. I mean, obviously, you go out there this past weekend and, you get the ball ran down your throat. But if you look over the course of the season, the defense really played well and had the Packers in a lot of games. So I really would hate to see them make that change of how well, because of just how well the defense played all year.
All right, here's another one for you, that the coach in his first NFC Championship game as a head coach and a play caller, Matt LaFleur, focused on the wrong Aaron, that it should have been more Jones than Rodgers in Santa Clara. What do you think about that one, James?
I disagree. I think you go into the game, the first NFC Championship game, and you put the ball in your best player's hands, and that's Aaron Rodgers. And, it's tough, when, like I said, when you can't stop the run, you're getting limited possessions, and the Niners, get a couple 3-and-outs on you. It's tough. But last time they went out there, man, they stuffed the run. They got after, the offense. So I believe coming into this game, they had the right game plan. I mean, getting there outside the pocket early in the game, letting them make some throws. But, the turnovers killed them, But you're not coming in game planning and say, we're going to run this ball down the San Francisco 49ers' throat. with Aaron Jones. So I believe they have the right game plan. Put it in your best players' hands and give credit to the Niners. They got after the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and, caused some turnovers and, did what they did all season.
And then the other one also is that it's time to start thinking about the succession plan in Green Bay at quarterback. James, I know you are very partial to Aaron, and that makes complete sense. And I take a look at what Brady's been doing and what Breeze has been doing in their early 40s, and to me, that just doesn't seem any diminishing skill set on the part of Aaron Rodgers, but that has been out there, and that was out there in Wisconsin going into the game, too, a little bit. I wonder what you think.
Well, yeah, I mean, I still feel that Aaron is playing at a high level. Aaron Rodgers has about 5 more years left in him at a high level to play this game. I mean, when I go and I watch him at practice and when I watch him in the games, I mean, he's still making a lot of the special throws that he was making when he was 22. So he's this team's quarterback for the next 5 years, in my humble opinion. But, yes, I mean, just like they did with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, you want to have that guy behind Aaron Rodgers, so when he does hang him up, to have that easy transition, to be able to have that guy that learned from Aaron, that was underneath Aaron for a couple of years, and then he came in and it was another smooth transition, just like it was from Brett to Aaron, and hopefully it'll be from Aaron to somebody else. But, yes, I feel like if it's a guy out there that you want and you need to learn from under Aaron Rodgers for the next couple of years, I mean, yeah, that would be a smart plan.
Now, how would you address then the Packer fan that's hearing you right now, James Jones, and say, you know what, yeah, we won 13 games, but we were so not even close to beating the defending NFC champs now, as they will be next year, twice. I mean, it was a dreadful situation, and just running it back with a similar plan just might not work. So what's the fix, if you will, here for a team that finished a distant second in the NFC this year?
The fix, first and foremost, would be getting another big-time receiver on the other side of Devontae Adams. And a lot of people always say, how special Aaron was, but if you really talk to Aaron will give us a lot of credit of how special we were at the wide receiver position when we were all there. Myself, Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, Jermichael Finley, Randall Cobb. I mean, he had a lot of weapons to throw to. And now when you look around, it's Devontae Adams, and then you go to Lazar, a lot of young players that, he's still trying to find ways to build chemistry with and give opportunities to like that. And it's hard. So I would first start off, I feel like the defense is in a very good situation. You can add a couple more pieces in the draft, but if I'm the Packers in free agency or my first pick in the draft, I want to go get another big-time wide receiver on the other side of the Devontae that can fly, that can make big plays. And then I feel like that offense right there with the pieces around, with Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, another big-time wide receiver, that can really take a step to the next level. And I feel like that will make their team much better, just adding that one piece over there and then get some pieces or free agent pieces later on in the draft to help that defense. I feel like the Packers are in a very good situation, but let's start there. You got to have more playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, especially at the position.
And who would you say was the MVP of the team in 2019?
I would have to give it to Aaron Jones. I would have to give it to Aaron Jones because I truly believe Aaron Jones made it easier on Aaron Rodgers this year, too. And, yeah, Aaron wasn't throwing for 500 yards a game, but, I mean, he still was making throws to win the game. But Aaron Jones made it easy on basically that whole offense. I mean, he was running the ball. They put him in the pass game. I mean, he had an unbelievable year, and it's hard to go away from a guy that had 19 touchdowns and did it in the run game and the pass game. So I would take Aaron Jones.
James, thanks for the time. Great work again with the network this year. Well, let's chat real soon because as you pointed out, Packers need a receiver, and this is, according to Daniel Jeremiah, the richest receiver draft he's ever had or covered. So
there we go. That's good news to Packers fans' ears right there.
Let's chat soon, James. Thanks for the call.
All right, buddy.
No problem. Right back at you. James Jones at 89 Jones NTAF.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.